I think it was a drastic mistake on the part of Aaron Rodgers and Mike McCarthy and the Green Bay Packers in Week 1. He only threw, 23 or 33 for like 189 yards, touchdown, one interception, I believe. That is the only time in my life of watching Aaron Rodgers play that I've been so disappointed in him, because I'm one of those dudes that, getting back to my wrestling, it's like the Ric Flair, baby, to beat a man. Woo! You've got to beat the man, and if you're Aaron Rodgers, there is no part of the field that should be off limits to the best passer in the game of football. You can make every throw. He was clearly healthy that evening, that Thursday night to open the football season. You don't avoid Richard Sherman. You attack him. Okay, and I'm not saying that you attack him religiously, because Richard Sherman has proven to be great and deserves our respect. But at the same time, to not even attack him, it's sacrilegious to me. It makes no sense. And I just think that I'm of the mindset, truly, that you have to sit there and make defenders in the middle, the Cam Chancellors of the world, the Bobby Wagners of the world, all right, KJ Wrights of the world. You have to make them respect all the field. You can't have them leaning to one side because they ain't worried about you coming over here. No. I'm in the middle. I can go either way. What you going to do about it? Let's see what you got. You have to do that. And I think that for Aaron Rodgers to be as great as he is, for Jordy Nelson to supposedly be as good as he is, for Randall Cobb, who can make some plays, and now you've got Devontae Adams that has stepped into the mix, and Richard Rodgers coming out of the tight end, he's able to do some things. Even with Eddie Lacy running the football relatively effectively, although I don't anticipate that may happen much this weekend, in the end, you are Aaron freaking Rodgers. You run from nobody. You attack Richard Sherman, and if Richard Sherman gets the best of you, you went down swinging. But you don't sit there and it's like getting into a fight with somebody and just deciding to sprint around the ring all day long,
like Floyd does.
You led him to that.
That is a lie.
But you led him to that.
But that is factually incorrect.
Is that factually incorrect?
Floyd Mayweather stands in front of a lot of people and just doesn't get hit.
All right, keep going.
Richard Sherman.
That's all I got to say.
Okay. I know.
So disrespectful.
Okay, I'm going to be very respectful to Aaron Rodgers, because I'm always very fair to Aaron Rodgers. The party line from Green Bay was that on that opening Thursday night, they kept lining up Jordy Nelson opposite of Richard Sherman, who does not flip. He stays on that side of the field, and that they threw the ball 14 times at Jordy. That is a lot of targets, and he caught 9 of them for 83 yards. Unfortunately, the 83 weren't enough to have much impact on a final score that was 36-16, home team Seattle. But here's what I want, my friend, for you to explain to me. Aaron Rodgers is a different dude away from Lambeau Field. Dare I say, he doesn't front run on the road the way he does at Lambeau. He isn't quite as cocky. He isn't quite as full of himself. He doesn't strut around on the road the way he does at home. Look, I'll just do QBR status, my favorite quarterback stats, 0 to 100. On the road, Aaron Rodgers is 70, which is 6th in the NFL, which is not pretty good, but it's not great. At home, he was 93 this year, which is easily the best at home. So 70 versus 93. Green Bay, 4-4 away from Lambeau during the regular season. All of which adds up to, do I give this team a great shot at Seattle? I'm sorry, I do not. Am I rooting against the Packers because they robbed my Cowboys? I am. I admitted it. I can't help it. But again, in all objectivity, I need you to explain to me what you expect from Aaron Rodgers in a big road game, an NFC championship game. I mean, do you think he's going to play the way he does at Lambeau Field? Because I'd never see it.
First of all, I don't care where he's at. I don't think he's going to play that well this weekend because it's against Seattle, which brings me to my point that I want to illuminate. The fact is that he may have been playing down to the competition. On the road this year, outside of getting smacked around the third week of the season at Detroit when they lost 19-7, okay?
Yep.
Outside of that, road victories over Miami.
Barely.
They get blown out by New Orleans, all right?
Blown out.
What I'm saying is
44
at Miami.
23?
I'm saying at Miami. Wasn't spectacular, okay? At Minnesota, at Buffalo, at Tampa. All right. So I look at this and I say, you know what? You look at that level of competition. Aaron Rodgers may not, or Jordy Nelson and those boys weren't getting open. The quarterback can only do but so much. Now, if I saw Aaron Rodgers throwing bad passes, that would be an entirely different ballgame. If I saw him throwing interceptions all over the place, that would be an entirely different problem. But if I'm seeing a guy, his attempts have gone down, guys don't seem to be getting open, they're not making things happen, that's going to factor into the equation as well.